Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I just want to cover a few things that I think would be most helpful to know as a brand new personal trainer. These are going to be things that I wish that I knew when I was starting out, things that have helped me the most along the way across my years of personal training, and things that I think are the most important, most fundamental things in being a good coach or trainer. The very first thing is going to be being able to separate what you want to do from what's going to help you and your client reach their goals. When I first started, for example, I was always under the impression, that everybody should just squat and bench and deadlift, because that's what I did. I was under the impression that is the right way, that is what everybody should strive to be able to do. But that's not what everybody's goal is. Not all your clients are going to want to be able to squat or bench or deadlift or build up those numbers, those lifts to be as strong as they can. In fact, almost nobody that I've worked with over the course of a few years of training have wanted to do that. I've had, I think, one person, maybe two people who've ever just been like, yeah, I want to get stronger at my deadlift, or I want to get stronger at my squat. It's just not a common goal. Most of the people you're going to work with are going to be general population, people who want to lose weight, people who want to feel better, people who have, lifestyle goals, like they want to be able to walk up the stairs without getting tired. They want to be able to play with their kids without getting tired, or they want to be able to pick up their grandkids without getting hurt. That kind of thing. You just don't need everybody to be doing barbell, squat, bench, and deadlift. You just have to be open-minded to new ways of training. Even if it's not something that you're used to training, you have to be willing to implement that for your client if that's going to be the best way for them to reach their goals. One thing I definitely recommend is trying out different styles of training yourself. If you're used to just powerlifting, if you're used to just squat, benching, deadlifting, or if you're used to, let's say, just bodybuilding, you just do, 6 to 8 reps on most things, you do like 8 to 12 on some things, do some higher reps on all these bodybuilding movements. Try some other functional stuff. Try throwing in some mobility into your routine. Try some different conditioning tactics. Try some simplified exercises that are going to be more applicable to more of the people that you are working with, so that you're better equipped to be able to coach them through it, tell them what they're supposed to be feeling, tell them how they're going to feel afterwards, tell them mind-muscle connection, give them better cues, that kind of thing. Plus, you just feel more comfortable coaching it, and you'll be more comfortable with the exercise if you've tried it yourself. But honestly, the biggest thing is just don't get stuck in your own world of what you like to do. You have to be able to try anything if it's going to be best for your client. And the third thing is you have to make sure you're getting feedback from your client. I wish that I would have understood better earlier on that being a trainer, being a coach does not just stop in the gym, right? You're trying to make their life better. That's why people come to you. They don't just come to you 99% of the time just so that they can, squat more or deadlift more or bench more or just do something inside the gym. Almost 100% of the time it's going to apply to their life outside the gym. So you have to be getting feedback on how their life outside the gym is going. Some things I like to keep checking in on. I check in on their energy levels. Some people come in, they're really overweight, they're really sedentary. After a couple weeks, how are you feeling? You feeling more energized? You sleeping better? 99% of the time, a person's gonna say, I felt a lot better in the last couple of weeks. Ever since we started doing this on a regular basis, I don't feel like I'm dragging in the middle of the day. I'm just feeling better. I like to check in, like I just said, on their sleep. A lot of times people start sleeping better when they start exercising regularly. I like to check on pain, right? A lot of people have low back pain. That's a common one. Shoulder pain's a common one. Upper back, neck area is a common one. Knees. If you're doing your programming right, working on mobility, some things to loosen up those areas, hopefully kind of strengthen areas around it so that they don't have to compensate. Check in on that. Say, I know you were having some knee pain when we started. How's that been recently? Have you been noticing a change? They may say, oh yeah, when I go upstairs, my knee doesn't bother me anymore. That stuff's really important, because if it's not changing, that means that your program has to change. This goes back to that idea, your goals are not their goals. If your program is not improving their life outside the gym, if it's not helping them reach their goals and making their lives better, your program needs to change. It's not the client's fault, it's your fault, right? You need to change the program. It's obviously if they see you once a week and they do nothing except sit all day outside the gym and they eat junk food all day, obviously there's not a lot you can do about that. You can talk to them about reaching their goals. That's a whole nother conversation. but your program has to address their needs. So getting that feedback is super, super important for you to design the optimal program, make their workouts the best you possibly can, and give them the best advice you can to, again, improve their lives and get them closer to their goals. And kind of going off of that, the second thing that I also wish I would have known sooner, that also may seem like it makes intuitive sense, is that you should always be learning. When you got certified to become a personal trainer, you might have taken a course, you might have studied for it, but your learning doesn't stop there. That does not teach you everything you need to know about being a personal trainer. You can always learn more about exercise, about fitness, about different techniques, different strategies that you can use to help your clients with various things. For example, I really took this for granted. I took an ACE certification course that taught me how to pass the ACE exam to become a personal trainer. And I also majored in exercise science in college. I thought I was set. I thought I was perfectly equipped to be a personal trainer. And I'm not. I'm just not. I started talking to other trainers. I started looking at resources online. And I just noticed that there is so much information out there. You can never possibly know it all. There's so much about mobility. There's so much about stability. There's so much about strength, conditioning, all of the above for different types of populations, old people, young people, men, women, children, anybody, and how to integrate any and all of that. There's just so much. So I would recommend looking into whatever you can, finding any information you can. Let's make your goal one article per week, one scientific article per week, one lecture per week, anything that's gonna give you something that you can then apply in your training. I would find that one thing, study it, try to apply it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people during the week, so you get the hang of it. You kind of get another tool in your tool belt, and you're able to apply that down the road. It's just something to make you a better trainer. You can pull it out for different specific circumstances if need be. Otherwise, it's just something you can pull out whenever to make you a better trainer, help your clients reach their goals, because that's what it's all about.